Story 1. Specifically for boys. When a girl does not like you back, just let it go. I used to get so mad at the world and at women when I was a young, insecure teenager. It is not worth it and just closes you off from actually getting out there and meeting someone cool. Story 2. Don't get every subscription or luxury at the moment you start working. Be humble with spending your money. Save up for a house or car as early as possible and as much as you can. A car is also a luxury if you spend on the newest one. Just get one that does the job of commuting. Story 3. Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. Smile, nod, and do whatever you were going to do anyway. You survived all your worst days so far, and that will keep happening. It'll pass, whatever it is, because whatever has the nature of arising also has the nature of ceasing. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has this thing all figured out, so go easy on yourself. Story 4. Become a healthy weight. What most overweight adults don't tell you is about the medication they are on due to their weight. I'll go further to say overweight in their 20s or 30s, but once you hit 40, expect costly medication. I'm not saying be model thin, but be a healthy weight. I'm in my 40s. I'm overweight, and it's a lot of work to lose it. I'll have loose skin. I'll need to spend a fair bit on skin removal. Brush your teeth. You only get one free set. It's not only the cost, but you could be on a plane, in a car, or on a public holiday with no appointment available for 2 or 3 days and be in a lot of pain during those days. While I understand this could be costly to our friends in the United States, get some checkups, do some blood counts, and it's easier to fix health problems when you're young rather than old. If you are suicidal or depressed, speak to people, speak to a counselor. Most countries have free suicide hotlines or online support, or start talking to friends, acquaintances, or colleagues. It might take talking to 20 or 30 people, but eventually you will find someone you know in real life who will take the time to chat with you. I was close to that point. I spoke to a customer who gave me the greatest hug in history, and we spoke, and things started to look up. Story 5. Learn a second language. It is good for your brain, and it is a lot easier when you are young. Get active and fit. Make it a habit. This is one of the most important ways to stave off cognitive decline as you get older. Plus, it is great for managing mental health during the transition to adulthood. Story 6. 1. People know when you haven't bathed in days and are trying to hide your smell with deodorant and perfume. Most people just don't care enough to tell you. 2. Most people couldn't care less about your life. Stop worrying about what other people think and be yourself. Hiding it only leads to missing out. 3. Love yourself before you love anybody else. If you don't love yourself, then you won't know how to show other people love. Story 7. Your parents are idiots. They're just desperately trying to stay ahead of things with no instructions. Of course, my son knew I was an idiot and I admitted it. Story 8. You do not need to have your life worked out at all. Take it easy, see which paths you naturally get taken down, and do not stress over working out what to do with your life and when. Things will fall into place. Things change, life throws you curveballs. Do not fixate on your future career, when to have kids, when to get married, and so on. Life rarely ever goes to plan, and fixating over what your life should be will only cause you difficulties and disappointment. Life is far shorter than you think to be planning things to a T and stressing when things do not go to plan. Trust it will work out. Story 9. It gets better, and childhood isn't the happiest time in your life, especially if it was difficult. You can choose to some extent what your life will be like. Don't give up just because it is bad right now. Story 10. Everyone feels just as lost and insecure as you do. I spent my entire teenage years thinking I was the only one who didn't have life figured out. Now, at 34, I realize even adults are mostly winging it. Story 11. For the boys, don't be her friend in hopes that she will magically fall in love with you or whatever. Shoot your shot respectfully, and if you get denied, don't get bent out of shape over it. Story 12. Even if you have a decent amount of money, live like a broke person. Save every penny you come by and invest some of it in exchange-traded funds. Don't buy expensive phones. Buy the bare minimum ones. Don't spend on pointless things like alcohol, fashion, or other frivolous expenses. It will jumpstart your finances once you reach adulthood. It's infinitely easier to get financially secure if you start with something rather than if you start with nothing. Story 13. Your high school crush will be a distant memory. Start investing money now, and you'll have a supermodel as your girlfriend. Most jobs don't ask for a college degree, so no sweat unless you want to get your master's degree. You'll have more time to play video games when you grow up. You'll make more friends as you grow, not in quantity but rather in quality. Life gets better and worse at the same time. Go to a gym and stay healthy. If you don't, you'll be sick more often. It's worse as you hit middle age. Once you hit 30, your bones don't work the same. You'll find out when you hit 30, just as we all did. Story 14. Stop oversharing. You need to protect yourself by limiting what you share with others. The harsh reality is that most people, even the ones you think are friends, will gladly use the things you share with them against you. And contrary to what you might think, limiting who you share important things with will strengthen friendships, not weaken them. Close friends never have to be told, "This is just between us," because they know it's not something you share with the entire friend group. They will know intuitively that this is something you are sharing with them because your friendship is deeper and more important. Friends help you move, close friends help you move bodies. Friends bail you out of jail. Close friends say, "We messed up." Story 15. Risk assessments are important, and you should absolutely conduct a small version of one when considering potentially risky actions. Consider the immediate benefit, usually it will feel good or look cool, versus the potential impact, like breaking your neck and spending the rest of your life disabled or in chronic pain, and factor in the likelihood of the negative outcome occurring. Driving really fast on wet roads when you have only had your license for a month, you are almost definitely crashing. Diving into a body of water you know is deep and clear when you are a great swimmer and going in feet first, you are probably okay. Diving into a random, cold body of water with no idea how deep it is, from a bridge, when the last time you swam more than 10 meters was when you were 12. Awful idea. Trying out a new jump when you have been biking for 3 years and you are surrounded by people who can help you if it goes wrong? Probably okay. When you are younger, you are really tempted to say it will be okay. But for a lot of people, it is not. You just have not seen them yet. Story 16. As a teenager, no adult should be trying to get to know you or date you. They aren't your friends, and you're not mature for your age. Those are just pedophiles and groomers trying to take advantage of your innocence. Please don't talk to them. These grown losers are talking to you because they can't get anyone their age because they are gross. Be safe. Story 17. Teens should know that taking care of their mental health is just as important as physical health. It's okay to take a step back and focus on yourself. Story 18. Get active and fit. Make it a habit. This is one of the most important ways to stave off cognitive decline as you get older. Plus, it's great for managing mental health during the transition to adulthood. Story 19. Prioritize sleep and drinking water. Most trouble comes from not doing the basic things properly for years. Take care of your body. Eat nutrient-dense foods. You know what I'm getting at? Story 20. That it's perfectly okay to say no to things that make you uncomfortable. It took me way too many awkward situations in my teens to finally learn this. Your gut feeling is usually right. Listen to it. Story 21. You do not have to have it all figured out, but I would suggest putting away money as much as possible while still enjoying yourself. Also, get out of your hometown, even if it's for half a year, do it. Story 22. Surround yourself with people that respect your opinion, ideas, and values, but make sure you also do the same with theirs, and be open to discuss them. Stay away from people where you feel you cannot be yourself. Story 23. Learn to be proactive in finding answers for yourself, and don't just rely on others to give them to you. Your coworkers are not your friends. Plan for your future as much as you can. Don't take on unnecessary debt. It can easily build up fast, and you'll owe money for decades, which is hard mentally. Instead, save up for the things you want, and most importantly, have an emergency fund. Story 24. You are at the age where your brain will mess you up. Surround yourself with positive people. Get medicated if you need it. Work out not to impress others, but for your own benefits. Get off social media. One day your brain may mess you up less. It started when I was 22 or 23 years old. So keep going even if it feels hard right now. Story 25. Embrace your dreams and, whatever happens, protect your honor. Be kind. Kindness is wise and always wins. It's okay to say no to not like things or people. Just be respectful and kind. Make sure to have good surroundings and relationships. It's really important and will make it easier through your life. Avoid negative or toxic people even if it's family. Taking distance when you feel it is perfectly fine and okay. You have to protect yourself. Always take care of yourself first. If you're losing it, seek help. If you're sad, cry as much as you need. If you're in a situation you don't like or worse, you can step back. Don't look back at your wounds. Move forward. Don't get blocked. It won't be better with time. Listen to your heart and intuition and don't take too seriously the advice of others. It's good to have different points of view, but they're only subjective. Everyone is unique. Only you can tell what is best for your own person. Don't be too influenced if you want to live your choices properly. It's sometimes hard to say what you want to become, what studies to pursue, etc. Take it easy and try if you're unsure. Change if you think it's a bad choice. Spend time doing activities, sports, meeting people, traveling, and so on. You will learn more about yourself and eventually make the right moves. Know your worth and don't let anyone make you doubt it. Life can be kind of hard as a whole. Sometimes you'll make mistakes or hurt people. That doesn't make you a bad person. Humans aren't perfect. But it's very important to make sincere apologies as soon as possible, taking your own responsibility, to learn the lesson life gives to you and be better. Love is the most beautiful feeling. Don't hesitate to show it. Don't be mad if you haven't met your significant other yet. It can take time. Story 26. Do not act like the world is ending over a relationship you had for a couple of years or months. I promise they do not matter that much. Live life outside the phones and electronics. Learn to cook and drive a manual. Brush your teeth. Story 27. Invest in your retirement as soon as you start working professionally. Consider money taxes. You'll thank yourself later if you need to borrow from it or want to retire. I know you want all the money now, but at least contribute to the company match. Story 28. Learn how to cook. Learn how to control your finances. Do not try to find love so quickly. It will come to you. And do not rush life. You are young. Have fun. Story 29. You are running on a high level of hormones that makes everything seem more serious than it is. You are wired at this time of life to care a lot about what people think of you and to chase approval and attention. That's perfectly natural. But remember to think things through logically and do not let your feelings carry you away unnecessarily. Story 30. Authority can be accepted without being absolute. A person, boss, teacher, etc., can have authority in one area and not in another. Do not feel let down when people in authority are imperfect. Do not dismiss them, but rather understand the nature and limits of their authority. When you are older, be gracious with the authority you have over others. Story 31. I really don't mean this as an insult, but not a single thing you're discovering right now is original. You haven't uniquely exposed the state of the world and all the dumb adults. You're not the first cool person who ever existed. You are average, mundanely ordinary, and the same as every teenager who came before you. And that's fine. Relax. Story 32. Listen very carefully. No one has life figured out. We're all winging it as best we can. Social media would convince us that some folks have this figured out. It's a lie. Be yourself in your own time. Story 33. Religion can often function like a cult, designed to control people through power imbalances, manipulation, and emotional, mental, or psychological abuse, using tactics like shame, blame, and projection to maintain authority and compliance. Story 34. It is exactly as lame to not do something you want to do because it is too mainstream or popular as it is to do something only because it is cool and the cool kids are doing it. Story 35. My math teacher taught us how to write a check, what to consider when balancing a budget, and urged us to consider our loan obligations when going into college. Story 36. Please take care of your health. I take care of everyone else in my life but myself. I'm 22 years old, rarely get sick, but this year I've had multiple infections. I have some health issues I'm trying to work out. Please take care of your body. You don't realize it, but as you get older, you'll wish you did. I'm glad I figured it out sooner rather than later. I'm in the process of getting everything done and set up for myself. Story 37. Life skills are very important along with education. And put it into your mind early on that saving money is also as important as earning money. Invest from a young age either in real estate or equity. Story 38. Invest. No one teaches you budgeting. Get in early. Nothing really matters. Life can be hard. It can be cruel. It can also be fun and fulfilling, but only if you make time for yourself. Don't fear change. There is no instruction manual. Even as an adult, I have no idea what I'm doing. We're all winging it. Story 39. As much as having good academic results, people and social skills and connections will open up many doors and will be one of the most important leverages in your journey to become successful in life. Story 40. Learn how to cook. Start from the very basics, such as a ham and cheese sandwich, and then gradually proceed to more complex dishes. Eventually, when you live separately from your parents or guardians, you need to fend for yourself and not depend on deliveries and takeouts. Plus, it's a nice hobby and a conversation topic along the way.